All right, how we doing, guys? Welcome back to the Joy of Resin. We are doing some commission work and some unique uh, reminder pieces. I don't know. I have amber and I have black dye. This is the first time I've tried to use craft resin in the vacuum chamber, and it actually seems to have worked pretty well. So let's get started. All right, so first piece we're going to start is that commission that I've been working on. So, well, that sucks. What are you doing? Okay, that is entirely too bent. Useless. All right, hang on. Okay. Yeah, that'll be all right. All right, so we have our little cigar memorial that is going to look something like this at the end, but this is going to require a lot of layering in order to get everything exactly where we want it. So none of this is going in right now except the cigar. So, uh, sure, yeah, that'll work. Nope, that will not work. That will end up bent. All right, I'll put this stuff over here. Laying nice and flat. Okay, and that can stay out. That needs to go away. First things first, we're going to clean up our mold a little bit. And this mold has seen a lot of use over the years, so we'll only clean up so much, but enough to be usable. Okay. So we're going to start with just a thin coating layer of the amber on the bottom. And then we're going to rest the cigar in right there. Okay. So I know the resin is going to soak into the cigar and create bubbles, which means I'm going to have to correct every time I'm getting ready to pour another layer, clear out any bubbles that are left over that form as a result, and then add the next layer and repeat the process, add the rest of the additives. But for now, this is what we've got. Not sure what that stripe is. All right, so heat this up real quick. Okay, cigar looks nice and even. I think that looks good. God. Too many wires in my workshop. All right, moving this to the heat mat. Okay, so finishing off this one with just a layer of black. And then adding the lettering. A little bit higher over here. Okay, that should do. Okay, and I'm just gonna cover those letters a little bit more. All right, that finishes that piece off. The circle is now closed. And there we go. Okay, now what to do with all the rest of my resin. Let's finish off our kitty from that we've been kind of working on for the last couple days. The yellow might contrast a little bit with the clear that we've been using for this kitty, but hopefully the alcohol ink will help mitigate that. I want to try another one of these guys. The other one looked pretty good with alcohol ink. Just need to make sure not to fill it quite so full this time, so that I don't make so much of a mess. Okay, so okay, let's see how that works. Oh, there you go. Missed a spot. There we go. That'll do. Alright, now let's see if we can pick out some of these little air pockets. Okay. Normally I would have sprayed this out with alcohol to get rid of those bubbles, but with me doing alcohol ink drops, not really an option. Why are you being like this? Okay, I'm gonna, well, I'll do that once I put it on the heat mat. Alright, that'll do it. Okay, next up, we're going to do another one of these guys. was the opposite of what you were supposed to do. Okay. Now we throw in the emblem. Get resin all over ourselves. And apparently die from something or other. Oops. Okay. And then I can go back and add the details on the bottom later. Actually, since I'm making skulls anyways, is that going to fit? Of course it's going to fit. Look at the size of that thing. Like I said, I have a goth art market and a horror convention coming up this year in in the next couple months, so might as well make a few of these guys. Alright, I'm hoping since these are both the ones with the glow in the dark, that if you at least hit it with a black light, the Nine Inch Nails emblem will come through, even though it's in a really dark resin. We shall see. In the meantime, it looks like I'm done, which is great because I'm very tired. Had some pretty bad dreams last night and then woke up to my cat aggressively cleaning herself right by my face at 6 in the morning. So I'm going to get cleaned up and go do something. See you guys.